Welcome back, everyone. Sorry I've been away and I haven't been uploading many videos. It's my last week of university this week, and I've also got exams coming up soon, so it's been really hard to find time to create a video, but I will get back to your altcoins. But all altcoins are bleeding pretty heavily at the moment, especially Ethereum, my favorite cryptocurrency, is bleeding quite heavily. So I really want to get this video out for you guys and discuss the market, and let's look at a potential bottom that might be playing out in the coming months. If you like the sound of that, hit the subscribe button, help the channel grow, smash the like button. Let's get to it and let's look at some economic events that are happening, and let's look at some other charts to see where the market may be going into. So at the moment, I'm on a monthly chart with Ethereum. This is on the Binance exchange, and you can see quite quickly that we are finding support on the May, June, and July levels, which are right here. Okay, there's my alert for R, don't worry. Okay, so basically what's happening is we're finding support at that level at around that $1,760 mark at the moment. Now, the month is almost done. You can see on the right-hand side, I've got 4 days and 20 hours left for the monthly close. This will definitely close weak on the bar, which means that we had a high open and we're going to close low. I need the next month of data to show me where the market is going. We're not in a hurry. Things aren't going to get much worse from where we are at the moment in about 2-3 weeks. I think Ethereum will probably hold this level for a little while. What I'm looking for is two things. I'm looking for next month's of data, probably the first week or two, and I want to see how the volume is going. So you can see pretty much what happened in May, right? You can see that in May, it was very, very high volume. So that was this bar here. You can see just how high it went, how low it went, indicating that there wasn't much demand for Ethereum in May, and that's when we had the pullback. And then we had low volume in June, so pretty high volume, but not much. And the next month, you can see we got decent volume and we pushed right back up, and then we started to break those tops, indicating that the next half started. This is going to take a little bit longer, but the premise still remains the same, that I'm looking for the volume at the bottom here to be less than this one. If we get more volume, then I need to see a strong close. So I need to see the bar actually kind of go something like this, something like that, where we have a good close for the month on good volume, meaning that it's getting bought back up. All that fear got bought back up and they're pushing the price back up. That's what I'm looking for next month of data. So that would be the June data. The problem with next month, though, is next month, at the end of it, is going to be America's next quarter. And America already announced that they had a negative GDP growth for the first quarter. So you know what a recession is defined as? 2 quarters back-to-back consecutively of negative GDP growth. So America just had their first one, and the second one will be announced at the end of June. So I think what's happening right now in the market is that we're getting a pricing that, you know, the recession's already getting priced in, it looks like. So be aware for that. It's not to say things can't get worse, but I just think the whole world is expecting America to declare another recession. We'll touch more on that in a little bit. But should Ethereum continue to look weak and break these levels, the next level will be that January 2018 low at around $1,450, this blue horizontal line, and I've just typed in bottom. This could be a potential bottom. This would be a very, very, very attractive buy for Ethereum. I always say this every video. Not a lot of alts get to all-time highs, right? There are plenty of altcoins that got to their all-time highs in 2018 and first half of 2021, and not the second half of 2021. Plenty of altcoins, and I name them: Litecoin, Chainlink, EOS. There's plenty of them. ICP. Plenty of coins that did not get to an all-time high at the second half of the bull run. But the beauty about Bitcoin and Ethereum is that the whole market relies on those two cryptocurrencies to get to all-time highs. If you think cryptocurrency is going to continue to go up in the future, then Bitcoin and Ethereum are really attractive buys, because the whole market relies on those two cryptocurrencies getting to all-time highs because they dominate the market. Your altcoin might not get to an all-time high. Cardano, Solana, Uniswap, I see other people talking about these. I personally don't believe that these cryptos will definitely get to an all-time high. I don't know, because like I said, there's plenty of coins that don't do it, but ETH and Bitcoin most likely will. If those two coins don't get to an all-time high, cryptocurrency is not overall going to grow as a market. So that's why I love Ethereum and Bitcoin, because they're very, very safe assets. And from where it is now, if you believe it's going to get to another all-time high, you're looking at about 160% increase from where it currently is at the moment. And that is a very, very attractive buy for a lot of people. Now, again, it's not financial advice. Think about your own income and your own risk appetite. But I like that probability that, okay, I can get 160% return on Ethereum. I don't need to put, you know, a couple hundred or a grand or two on some altcoin that is much more higher risk, especially at the moment. So at the moment, I'm looking at Ethereum, potential bottom coming in at around 1,450 American US dollars. Let's keep an eye on the volume, and let's keep an eye on the next month of data. But at the moment, looking weak and looking like it's probably going to break these levels. And like I said, if it does, next level will be 1,450. I don't see ETH breaking this level. Anything's possible, but we have to wait for the next month of data to come out, because I have to call it like I see it. That is one ugly bar. Ethereum down 35% in the month of May, with high volume, but not the highest volume. So we have to see what happens next month and see how the volume plays out. If we have a look at the BTC Dominance, you can see BTC Dominance was hovering actually quite a while between the 16% mark and the 23% mark. And Ethereum's actually been in this range for just about a year now, and it's finally starting to look like it's going to break these levels. So we have to see what happens here. maybe we'll find support at around the 16.5%, could potentially go lower to maybe about 11%. But I think Ethereum is going to hover around this area. Like I said, I think we'll probably find support around that 375 mark at around 16%. Anything's possible, but color me surprised if we do. Broke the 50% mark, wasn't able to find support on it. Clean cut indicates to me more pain is going to come. If we have a look at Ethereum and Bitcoin pairing, you can see that Ethereum and Bitcoin have been actually, Ethereum's actually held up against Bitcoin relatively well, except for 2019, 2020. This is when Ethereum was actually maturing and becoming its own thing. And you can see we'll definitely most likely find support at the 50% mark. And that is right here. And you can see that coincides with some support at this area here. So potentially a little bit more pain when it comes to its BTC value with Ethereum, but I don't see us breaking this level. If we do, Ethereum will continuously look weak. Keep an eye on these though. It's a bear market. These things can break, supports can break, and we can go to the next level of support. If we do, next level of support will be right around here, and that's going to make ETH look extremely weak. But it's a buying opportunity. I think Ethereum will do very, very well in the next bull run when it inevitably comes. So these are nice buying the dip opportunities, the juicy buying the dip opportunities. If we have a look at the market cap dominance for Tether, this is another indicator that I've been looking at a lot lately because I feel like this is such a basic chart, but it can help you out so much. If you have a look at Tether, you can see basically we've got data from going basically 2018, and you can just see this uptrend. You can just quickly, easily see it. And you can just see on a monthly how much Tether has been on an absolute tear, meaning that everyone's just sitting on Tether. They haven't bought anything. So what we're looking for is a break of these tops. We're looking for the opposite this time, right? We're looking for that level to be broken. And then we can start saying, okay, we'll have a bit of altcoin season, which is pretty much what happened around here. We had the increasing volume on USDT, and then we basically had February and we had March basically going down, and that was when there was the altcoin season. Immediately found support on the 50% mark at around that 3.63%, found support, bounced off it, and then we had just a massive increase of buying power for the Tether. So hopefully that makes sense. It's just the opposite of what an altcoin is. Basically, you want this chart to be down, I suppose. But if you look at it, I mean, hopefully you can quickly see that's an uptrend at the moment. We were looking for a bit of a break like we do have here. We're looking for something like that. Okay, but until that happens, be very careful about putting money into altcoins. Even though there will still be altcoins to buy and everything, still be careful because the market is clearly risk off, as everyone is saying. If we have a look at the inflation rate, obviously this is a very important chart to pay attention to. We're looking for this number to go down, and down quite heavily. So hopefully if the Fed can see that, okay, inflation is now down, the rate that they're probably going to be looking at is around that 3%, give or take. They'll be looking at maybe 2.5 to 3% before they start to say, okay, now things are looking better. So we've got quite a while from where we are now to about that 3%. We're looking at about another 65% dip in the inflation rate for the Fed to maybe start announcing and getting a bit more positive news. So you can imagine that's going to take a little bit of time before we get to that number. But still a nice thing to see if we have a look. Right now, we're just having a bit of a downtrend happening at the moment, a bit of a break in trend. We'll have to see how that plays out. It's still just a very new break. So give it a couple of days to unfold. We can see that we had a potential break here, but ended up going sideways before going up again. But this looks like a proper break. So we'll see what happens in the coming days and coming months. Like I said, keep a lookout. Put this one on your chart as well. Put it on the monthly. Let's have a look at how this goes down. Next one we're looking at is the US dollar. Much like Tether, you want to see this one going down, and we can see in the monthly the US dollar has gone down, so a very good thing. Something to keep an eye out for is the reversal. So like I said, this month's data is going to end. We've got another 4 days and 17 hours left. Wait till June's data comes out and pray to God that this downtrend continues. We need 2 months of downtrend to confirm that, okay, maybe the trend has reversed. But at the moment, this could just be one of those days where it sort of looks like a reversal. So something like here in December and something like here in February before it just ultimately took off. So much like altcoins, you might have a bit of the pullback and then the run up. Right now, look at that with the US dollar, right? We're having a bit of a pullback. Hopefully we're going to get a bit of a run up. You can see we're having a bit of a triple top playing out here. So that would be here, here, and here. But you can see we still have more areas to go, and we can actually get to those highs from 2002. So a bit more pain potentially for the economy. The last thing I'll have a look at is the employment rate. Now, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's the employment rate. Everyone's talking about a recession and supply chains and oil and things like that. And I'm not going to lie, all that stuff is very important and is very, very good for your analysis. But the most important thing I think to look at is the employment rate in terms of the United States, because we'll probably end up having a recession in America, which is going to cause a lot of problems for all other countries. But if the employment rate stays healthy in America, it will be a quick recession and they'll be able to get in and out of it relatively quickly. The employment rate is the backbone of how this recession will play out. 80-90% sure a recession is going to happen by America. But if the employment rate stays strong, which it currently is, then the recession phase will be short-lived and we can start getting to that next bull run probably by next year, the next phase of it. But if this goes down and we sort of have what happened with COVID, if we get a lot of fear in the market and people start firing their employees and employees start getting let go, that's going to cause a lot of pain. And then we'll be looking at probably another 12 months of pain with crypto going down and finding sideways support and things like that. So keep an eye on this one. This is a really good chart to keep an eye on to the employment rate of America. Pay attention to how it will look in July and August, especially, and see what that does for your own analysis. So those are my thoughts on the market. I still think Ethereum is a great buy. I still believe absolutely cryptocurrency is going to have another run. I know there's a lot of fear in the market and everyone's really scared. I am too, but these are really, really good buying opportunities to have just dollar cost average or wait for this beautiful, beautiful, juicy dip. It's not to say it can't break lower, it can, but at the moment you can see how many months we've had down and how much volume has been there on the weekly, on the daily, and you can just see, look at that on the 9th of May, that weekly was so much volume and we're still continuing downtrend. So look for the volume to dry up in the coming weeks, hopefully, and that will indicate that maybe the selling has done. You'll look for a bit of a buildup of accumulation and low volume. That's your indication that, okay, the low is maybe in. But like I said, pay attention to that June 30th date and pay attention to the employment rate. Those are probably the big things that might indicate to you that the low is in. That's going to do it for this video. I hope it helped. Wish me good luck on my exams. But until then, everyone, stay safe out there. Good luck, and I'll catch you on the next video.